What is going on, Pats Nation? It's Patriots Global here, back with another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about how not Jarrett Stidham, but Brian Hoyer has been named the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots here as we enter Week 4 against the Kansas City Chiefs. If you have not seen my last video, this one very much piggybacks off of that one. Last video is basically about how Cam Newton is diagnosed with COVID-19. Again, if you have not watched that video, quickly go watch that one and then come back so everything makes sense. So obviously with the Patriots starting quarterback being out in Cam Newton for this week, the Patriots had to go another route in their quarterback situation. Obviously it was either going to be Brian Hoyer or it was going to be Jarrett Stidham. I feel like if this was the case last year, Jarrett Stidham might have been the guy starting, but Jarrett Stidham is currently the third quarterback on the Patriots depth chart. He's been healthy scratches every single week. Brian Hoyer is the number 2 guy for New England right now, so of course, he is getting that starting job over Jarrett Stidham. Now, personally, I wouldn't mind seeing Jarrett Stidham as a starting quarterback. I do think that, if the Patriots want to see what they have with Jarrett Stidham, I think now would be the time to do it. He showed a lot of great things. He showed a lot of poise. Towards the end of training camp, he did have some struggles because of that injury he had. But again, are you really going to win this game with Brian Hoyer? I don't know. Are you going to win with Jarrett Stidham? I don't know. So, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't mind seeing Jarrett Stidham there just to see what he has with the Patriots. And so you can kind of see what he could be like for a potential starting quarterback if that was the route that they would ever want to take. But of course, that's not the route they're going to take here, and I can't say I'm surprised. They always would like to go with that veteran quarterback. They like to go with the guy who's been in the league longer, knows what he's doing, knows how to diagnose NFL defenses, but also he has been in the Patriots system for so long. Started his career off with the Patriots. Had another stint with the Patriots before he went to the Colts. After his time with the Colts, he came back to the New England Patriots this offseason. So extremely familiar with this Patriot system, what to expect. So it really does only make sense. And then, of course, he has played with multiple other franchises throughout his time in the NFL. So, again, classic Bill Belichick move. This is actually Brian Hoyer's 6th season with the Patriots. He started 38 regular season games over his 12-year career. So, again, you can clearly see that veteran aspect here. But this would actually be his first time ever starting a game with the New England Patriots. So we don't really know what to expect through his time with the Patriots because we haven't actually seen him start with the Patriots. Sad stat, though, here is the fact that he has a 16-22 record in games that he has started. Again, you look at that aspect, and I'm like, I wouldn't really mind seeing Jarrett Stidham take this one over to see the ability he has. I just don't know if the New England Patriots really have what it takes to win this game if Cam Newton is out. I think if you're looking at Jarrett Stidham and you're looking at Brian Hoyer, is that really going to be enough to win this game? One of the toughest things here with this situation is also the fact that, look, with Brian Hoyer, we haven't really seen much of him this offseason. We saw what he was able to do with the Colts in the little bit of time he got there, showed some good things, showed some bad things, but with this offseason, we didn't get to see too much. We didn't get a preseason. So I think that really didn't help the Patriots here, but we really just got to see a little bit of him through training camp. He had some really good days, but he also has some really bad days, and I think that's one of the big things with Brian Hoyer here is you don't know what you're necessarily going to get, because he can be very inconsistent. One game he could pop off and look like a franchise quarterback, and the next time you can understand why he's been a journeyman. Real quick though, guys, the wait for football is finally over. Football is finally back, heading into Week 4 of the NFL. Now, you might not be able to be at a game this year, but you can still get in with all of the action from BetOnline. Now, BetOnline is going the extra mile to make sure that you get in on everything imaginable for this season, all the way from game spreads and totals to team, player, and coaching props. BetOnline gives you more options to wager than any place online. You can get in on their season opening bonuses today and start off wagering on win, division, and championship futures today. All you got to do is head to BetOnline today and start taking advantage of all of their great sign-up bonuses. Again, that is BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts. So again, to piggyback off a little bit of what I was saying with the inconsistency, Brian Hoyer has found success in a place that a lot of quarterbacks have struggled, and that is the New England Patriots system. Brian Hoyer also had a winning record while he was with the Texans, but he also lost his last 10 games, and the game that he played, the one game he played and he started in for the Colts in 2019, he was 18 for 39 for 240 yards with 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions in their 16-12 loss. I think I should also mention that the team they went against was the Miami Dolphins. I think the biggest thing that I can go off of here with Jarrett Stidham, just for the lone fact that you haven't really seen him play in the Patriots system ever to start a game. We didn't see him this past preseason because there was none. You got to take it back a little bit to a couple of seasons ago when we got to see him in the preseason. You know, is him and Danny Etling, and the Patriots rolled with Brian Hoyer for the majority of the time. We didn't see too many great things from him. I think a lot of us were very disappointed in what we were seeing from Brian Hoyer, and yeah, a lot of people were not happy with that. Then you flip to the next offseason, and Brian Hoyer loses the starting job to Jarrett Stidham, and Jarrett Stidham just looks spectacular out there. I do think that right now, Jarrett Stidham is just the more athletic option. Look, I do understand that Brian Hoyer is more of the, veteran aspect. He's been around the NFL longer. He knows how to diagnose defenses, and I think he's going to be probably safer with the ball. But if you're looking for the more athletic option, the guy who I think has the better accuracy, the better throw power, and I think could just make the bigger plays, then I'm going to be honest with you. I think that guy is going to be Jarrett Stidham. I'm not confident in this game without Cam Newton at quarterback. So, I mean, why not give Jarrett Stidham the job, especially when he easily beat out Brian Hoyer just last offseason? But that's going to be it for today's video. Brian Hoyer is going to be your Week 4 starter against the Kansas City Chiefs. What are your guys' thoughts on this? How confident are you feeling on this game? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for all of your New England Patriots news. But like always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.